It is time for whaling, and there's 3 different videos coming, one for each of the main Hoyo games, not third. Get the fuck out of here. But the other 3, I'm pulling on 2 of them. That means I'm pulling on Genshin Impact. We'll talk about that in that video. Nick is going first, though, in Star Rail, pulling for a character that I was really interested in but can't afford to do. I'll talk about why at the end. This isn't about me. It's about Nick. So, Nick, what are you pulling for?
I am pulling for Anaxa.
Who?
I mostly just plopped myself here because I wanted to be sitting on the throne.
Mm-hmm.
To be quite honest, there's part of me that is only interested in this character because I am actually quite interested in Greek philosophy, and he's based on a real person. So it's interesting. None of the big ones. It's not Socrates. It's not Plato. It's not Aristotle. It's apparently named for an actual guy named Anaxagoras, which is interesting. But as far as game mechanics go, Anaxagoras, when I first heard of his little thing that he had going on, he almost sounded like somebody that would be like a new upcoming Ron May, like somebody that might be able to slot into a bunch of teams. The big shtick there is that he can put weaknesses on characters, and he doesn't. And I'm not talking putting a fire weakness on like Firefly. I'm not talking putting a quantum weakness on like. Why am I blanking?
Silverwolf.
Silverwolf.
Silverwolf will put any weakness on, but yeah.
Yeah, well, Anaxagoras can put on all of the weaknesses, and that really intrigues me, and I suspect that he could probably find a way to, like I was saying before, can fit into a number of teams. So I just want to be prepared, and like a combination of wanting to be prepared for the future teams that might be able to build around him, and the fact that he's based on an actual Greek philosopher that makes me want to be here. So I'm here.
Funnily enough, he can actually hyper carry.
Oh, is that so?
I don't know that he's the best suited for it. There are characters that certainly pump out more damage, but just because of his ability to infuse weaknesses and this bounce, that if there's only one target can still hit pretty hard, he can pull it off. I mean, you can make anybody a hyper carrier if you put like Sunday and some other really good stuff around him, but he's better suited for it than most.
Mm.
Your account's going to be better for having him. Just like you pulling him on Tribby, and I didn't. Your account's better for having her or them. So, yeah. I'm interested to see how it goes. We're rooting for you. We have 217. What's your pity?
Oh. Let's find out.
When I went and did all the stats on this, which we'll have to talk about in another video when we have more time, 4 pity. It was really nice to have all that up front instead of having to figure it out in the middle. So,
oh yeah,
217, 4 pity. So it's guaranteed. Here we go.
Yeah. Like home?
I'm so far behind on this game. I don't even know. I don't know nothing about this guy. You could have been making up everything he did, and I'd be like, interesting.
I don't have Max Don Hung.
I haven't played this patch either because I'm just sort of waiting for there to be voices at this point, so I haven't played any of the 3 game stories recently.
Uh-huh. That's 34?
It's a shame that we're going back to Mondstadt and Genshin right now, which we'll talk about in the Genshin video, because, yeah, most of those characters aren't voiced.
Yeah, you know what? I've just been sticking to ZZZ, and so far it's been very enjoyable. So, I mean, I actually haven't even finished their most recent patch, so maybe I should hold off on my thing, but I'm like most of the way through it, and it's been fine. I mean, we're gearing up for 2.0, so I don't have like the highest hopes.
Well, gee, I'm about to have a Max Down Hung, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you are.
And you won't
that
use
is
him.
64. Except where I have to. 74.
We're hoping to see it there, but that means you're going to...
My goodness!
Now, this is obviously the point at which Doug is going to chime in. I will say 75 is your most likely time to hit. You could even single pull and then 10 pull as punishment. I don't know if Doug would agree to that as like a middle ground.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I didn't think so, but it's up to you.
From the rafters.
Got it.
There you go.
Here it comes on the first one. Prove Doug wrong. Are we about to be fighting, Doug?
Well, it's not going to happen, so you might as well just
Oh.
pose.
Dance, dance,
Dance,
dance.
dance.
There he is.
Hey.
My goodness. What? Once again,
Uh-huh.
another 50-50 beat.
Uh-huh. We will talk about
Yet
your,
again.
your luck on these. I have all the data now.
Oh,
And a dong
okay.
on the
Well,
boot.
now I'm really curious. Yeah.
I guess I could pull it up real
Okay,
quick.
well, I don't need to see all
I don't
of
know
that.
how much of a rush your rush is, but I could pull it up real quick.
Okay.
As long as I haven't busted the... Okay, so they can still see your screen. Great. I'll go pull that up on the side. They can't see
Okay.
it, but... God. I don't remember what I called it. I'll have to go to my Google Drive. Hoyo... Hoyo polls. There it is. In Star Rail,
I
maybe I'll
can
save the
activate it.
rest of us for the next time we pull, although who knows when Jason's going to pull in Star Rail again. But in Star Rail, Nick, you are now 9 for 10 on 50-50s.
It's disgusting.
Your only lost 50-50 was on Fei Xiao. You hit Himiko, who you kind of wanted anyways.
Yeah.
You also, not that this matters as much, but you won your 75-25 on the only light cone you pulled for, which was the Herta,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
after getting her in 7.
It's okay. I paid for it in Genshin.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I also won a 50-50 there, too, though, with
All things are connected.
oh, God. I'm once again drawing a blank.
And are made.
Farina. I won that 50-50. I did not win. Mulan was a big loss. Pulling there.
It was.
We got there,
But
though.
you've had some dramatic pulls on, like, scratching together a single pull to get one more before the finish line, and it's hit there.
Yeah.
You did that in that game, and you did that here. Your Firefly was also on a last pull, while your C2 Firefly. Just for comparison, by the way, Jason's 5 for 9, so barely above 500, which is still okay. It could be worse. And I'm 10 for 14. I've done pretty well in this game. I've hit both light cones on the first try, but I am only only 10 for 14. Obviously, I'm very happy with that. I'm actually doing much better in ZZZ, which we'll talk about when we get there.
Try subduing this kind of power.
All right, well, we're happy to see that. We start
Yeah.
this series
No,
off
this is-
with a 150-50.
It's good. This is good. This is good for you. You know, I'm happy that you're enjoying Star Rail, making something of it. You know, I'm glad somebody's getting some enjoyment out of whatever's happening in Star Rail right now.
We finally had another battle event.
The
There's still not enough events, but at least there was another battle one, and it was fun.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I was just playing Bang Boo Fall Guys again the other day, so I was having fun with that. You know.
All right,
But
so
there is an implicit. There is something implicit in what Jason was just saying.
Yeah.
It's that he's not having fun with it. Obviously, we've gone into it in the past few videos a bit.
yes,
To
It
be
has
clear,
not gotten better. I remember when we first talked about this patch about Amphorius, like the whole thing about the treasure stealer guy. It has not gotten better.
no,
I said it might. It has not.
no, we just
Well, I was gonna say I haven't played it, so I actually couldn't tell you if it's gotten better, and maybe it is more enjoyable. But you have, and you're not convincing me. So
Yeah.
the anniversary stuff was just a stay of execution. At least the leaders of the game have talked about how like it's not good enough and they're gonna have to do better. But talk is cheap, so I guess we'll see. Okay, look for other videos.
All right.
We'll have one for Genshin and one for ZZZ. So if that game is your particular flavor, or if you're somebody who just enjoys all three, stay tuned for that. I have some polls to deploy. I also have a guaranteed 50-50 in this game, but I'm not pulling yet because I either have to go fuck myself with Cypher or wait for the Fate collab, or I don't know yet. We'll see.
yeah, that I'll be interested to see how that goes. I'll be honest, if they do something super cool with Fate, I liked Fate Stay Night. That was one of the more entertaining animes I've seen. Saber, Archer, all that noise. Maybe I'll care. There's a big maybe. That's it. That's like we just saw the Thunderbolts and there's an asterisk on that. Yeah, this is a maybe. That's probably a no, but we'll see. You know, we'll
Cypher
see.
is giving Dia vibes, which is to say a character I've been interested in since like they had like the list of all the characters that were going to be in it and some of the designs and stuff. And then the difference was they gave Cypher hope. They buffed her a ton in the next to last beta and then nerfed the hell out of her in the last one.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Yeah, Catgirl is easily the best part of this patch. I think I agreed with you on that when we were discussing it, but I have also heard that she has been nerfed into the ground when I occasionally surf the Reddits to see what the status of these games are
Yep.
that I'm not
I
playing.
guess that's what I get for following the
that's
beta.
not-
I don't normally. The problem with it is I just don't understand why you would do that. But I didn't understand
Yeah.
it with Dia either. So I guess I'm just not going to understand. I actually think she needed to be nerfed. So even though I was invested in her and the idea of her, I thought that she needed it. She was almost like becoming her own version of a DPS when she's meant to be a support. It wasn't even like, is she best in slot for Acheron? It's, can she supersede Acheron? So her percentages needed to go down, but maybe not nerfed to below the beta before the last one where she was good. That seems like extremely punitive, and it's like they don't know what to do with her or her kit. So she's basically technically best in slot for Fei Xiao, but I already have more investment in Topaz, so that's not true unless I'm going to go further on Cypher. And then Acheron, who I don't have. And that's it. Those are her only 2 teams right now.
Maybe I could look into picking her up. Maybe that may be the next one. Although who knows how many pulls I have and how I'm ever going to play this game enough to ever get more. So we'll see. But
Well,
That's
if
the
you
big
haven't logged
deal,
in for
right?
the
Like,
anniversary,
you got to get through all the crap.
for the
Oh,
I might be able to log
yeah.
in for the anniversary and just collect stuff, just print some wishes for myself. So I might be able to make an attempt at Cypher if she's good for Acheron. Lord knows my Acheron needs the goddamn help. She's over here crippled. She's missing a leg. She needs a prosthetic. We gotta go hit up the Ripper docs. Like I don't know what's happening because we're screwed.
Yep. All right. Well, we'll see what that means. But
You gotta make
that
sure you
means-
grab your free Ranmei or
right.
make sure to grab your free Ranmei or Luoka.
It'd probably be Luoka just so I have more healers. I already have Ranmei, and I don't know that I need a M1 Ranmei, although I think that's super goated, but who knows with this game. So
And I grabbed her Ruame because I finally caved, and she's too good on too many teams, and she's been helping my Rappa. So it's been useful.
There you go.
All right. Look, we'll see you in the next pull video. Probably ZZZ next because that banner's about to expire.